All right. So we gotta cut the shit, man. Okay? Now I'm not the wokest insomniac in the world, but I got to ask a question, man. What the fuck is up with everybody using black people to say nigga for them? What's to that? I mean, what the fuck? Am I being too woke here? What am I doing wrong? Am I wrong for this?
Maybe it's time to go back to sleep.
Oh my God, man. See? That's what I'm talking about. When it's some regular old shit that ain't, it's just, man, then it's outrage. But you got a white man sitting up here.
I gotta watch this video. I ain't seen this video.
Let me see. I'm gonna pull it up for you right now.
Yeah, man, because I haven't seen the video. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, man. So, Gary Owen, comedian.
But to go back on what you're talking about.
Oh, okay. Let's go back to where it started.
I listened to they played the song on Power 92.
Oh, they played it on the
Yeah.
And how was that?
Winners.
What?
Winners.
What? I don't listen to the radio, so explain to me what that means.
So Chris Brown said winners all those times.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
And it sounds great.
Really?
It's empowering.
What's up, my winners?
Yeah.
Oh.
You bleep ass winner.
You pussy ass winner.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. But it wasn't nothing wrong with it. So why didn't they let him say nigga?
I mean, that's the radio. That's censorship. That's the radio. The radio's not gonna let you do that.
Yeah. Man, I'm looking for this fucking shit now, man.
Yeah, man. Gary Owen. I don't know.
Like that's too much, B. On that.
You know
See,
what?
and then it's creating this thing where it's like, all right, I'm cool with black people, so I can play with it.
Yeah, see, because Gary Owens is he's trying to shoot his shot at Netflix. Mm-hmm. And Netflix keep turning him down.
Oh, see, I ain't think that this whole thing is like some kind of look at me thing.
Yeah, like, oh yeah, I can make my audience do this. Look what I can do for my audience. Like, this is what I'll bring to the table.
That's some bullshit, man.
That's what I think is going on with the whole Gary Owens situation.
That's some bullshit.
Why else would he put all them damn tattoos on his face and put the wig on and go
right, the 6ix9ine thing?
Yeah. That was crazy.
Look, I don't.
And then he's saying fuck everybody as this model that he's playing, this role he's playing, but but then he snaps out of it like, oh, I'm just playing, call me, I need a job,
So how do we look at this thing, man? All right, I can't find the original, so I got the little snippet the Breakfast Club played from it, so I'm gonna just play you that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm outraged.
So Jay-Z is David Letterman's guest on Netflix.
No, man.
Yeah, I didn't see that one.
Someone like Eminem and just have amazing, inside.
No.
He's like really good.
No, Hov.
I like the way
The first one he did with President Barack
I like the way people shout out Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg is the GOAT. Arguably.
Of what though?
Of hip hop culture.
Culture.
Yep. He's a cultural leader of all things hip hop. You can't name nobody that did it before Snoop did it.
And weed.
And weed, yeah, because Dre wasn't smoking weed.
No.
All right, here we go.
Because he was in character.
Man, he one trick pony. Mother sucker. After that, what you got? Tell me your favorite Michael Blackson joke. Rest my case.
Yeah, I heard this
What's
one.
your favorite Michael
This
Blackson
one he
joke
was
of all
dressed as
time?
Tekashi.
Your favorite one besides Mother Sucker. He
Now,
ain't got
it
one.
gets better.
He did the 40 challenge with Erykah Badu on Instagram.
That's not a joke. That's a sketch.
All right, well, since then, Michael Blackson has posted, that was very disrespectful, you Wonder Bread untoasted toast looking beach, Walmart version of Tommy from Power with a concussion looking ass N-word. You might hang with N-words, but you're still a colonizer, and you will never be allowed in Wakanda. Anyone that can tell me their favorite Michael Blackson joke, I'll follow them. Now, here's what else Michael Blackson had to say.
Gary Owen, you
crack out honky bitch talking about it's been hundreds of African movies and I'm not in none of them. When it's been thousands of white movies and I've never seen none of them. In fact, you've been in 2 black movies. The white guy that had a black friend or a black guy that had a white friend. Talking about open up, I've never opened up for you. There's another black man. So you trying to say all the look alike? Would be black so bad, don't you? Well, you nigga. I say it back. I didn't think so, you wet dog smelling bitch.
Michael Black, he does comedy with anger.
Yeah.
He genuinely sounded mad.
He was. I don't think that was comedy. I think that was real.
That was
rage.
real rage right there.
He said, "No, say it back."
Say it back. F you.
All right, and guys, make sure y'all check out The Last OG.
Oh man, so that's the wrong one, man. That ain't the one.
I'll be watching that tonight at 10:30.
Fuck. All right, we gotta find the right one, man.
Shouts out Tracy Morgan.
Why are we shouting out Tracy Morgan?
Just for coming back and being who he is and being
Right.
able to come back
Did the
after
last-
the whole.
Did the last OG come on yet?
Yeah.
Oh fuck, I missed it. Did you see it?
No, I missed it too.
God damn it. I'm gonna have to catch it on something, man.
Yeah.
Cause Tracy Morgan, man, this nigga never be broke again in his life. He's comedy royalty. He's black royalty.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just embraces all of it. Yeah.
He's a great man.
God damn it. All right, so I can't find this video.
I was listening to him on NPR yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
and there was so they were interviewing him from his home in wherever he is, and
He stay in Wakanda. What you mean?
my bad.
Yeah.
And he went into the story of the last OG and how he used to sell crack, and as he was saying, I used to sell crack, and woo,
Mm-hmm.
the interviewer just like cut to commercial on his ass and then brought it right back. Like she just started talking over him.
All right, I got it. I
was so
got it.
funny.
Sidebar. Back to
That dog. My dog's wet. Amazing. Yeah, I kissed her. White guy stuff right there. Also, I heard you said I won't say the N-word back to you. You dared me. I ain't gotta say it back. My lady will say it for me. I got a down-ass chick. Michael Blackson, you punk ass.
Nigga.
Hoe. Michael Blackson, you bitch ass.
Nigga.
God, I wish I could say it. Now, maybe some dinner, baby.
Oh wow.
It's about that black nigga. Okay? It wasn't about you. Let the damn dog go.
Don't take the dog. You took the dog.
all right, cut the shit. We had enough of that. What is the fucking deal? Come on now. Come on.
I don't know.
Oh, what don't you know?
So I understand why she would do it for him, but it's just something that shouldn't have been done. I mean, you know, once you're married, once you're legally married, you like everything else goes out the door. Your social security number and this person's social security number are legally bind forever. You're the same person. You know? Now I'm not saying that you marry into N-word eligibility, but I'm saying,
What are you saying, man? What are you really saying, A?
What I'm really saying is, it wasn't right. It's not right. I was very uncomfortable watching it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's just what I wanted to get to the bottom to.
Yeah, the whole scene was just.
It's uncomfortable to watch. Like,
Yeah.
as a black person to watch that going
It
on.
was like he would. Yeah, you can't say he made her.
he didn't make her, but
They-
and then during the video he said, God, I wish I could say it.
yeah.
Like, what the fuck is that?
No, he said, God, I wish I could say it. Now go make me some dinner, babe. Like, what? What? Hold on. Hold your horses.
Now, before I don't want to get looked at the wrong way for this, because I understand, right? Comedians, it ain't no chill. It's no chill for comedians. Comedy is comedy. The most tragic thing in the world could be going on. They already working on it. You know what I'm saying? And I respect that. But just because that's how you do it, don't make it okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm all for the jokes. Jokes are fun, but I can't fuck with you on this one. Gary Owen, white people in general, getting black people to say nigger for you is not on the agenda. And me personally, I'm not gonna stand for that kind of mess.
Man, this is the second incident
Yeah,
of this
and
that you bring up, you know, and they're
'cause
both
it's
valid
real.
points. They're both valid points. Yeah, Gary Owens, you're wrong. Lil Dicky, he was the first. He wasn't the first, but he was the first since we've been doing this, you know, to go there. Now, is it going to become the cool thing to do? To see how far you can push it?
Yep.
Is Jerry Reinsdorf going to try to get fucking Denzel Valentine to say it for him?
All right. Look at it like this, right? You sitting at home, surfing on the internet. You come across a video of pre-president Donald Trump
Mm-hmm.
having a party, got Omarosa next to him.
Mm-hmm.
Omarosa saying nigga for him. How do we feel?
See, now that's the thing. I guess that's why I haven't said so many words in the last decade.
Mm-hmm.
It's because fuck how you feel, man. It's not about what you feel. It's not about
All right, so
why do I have to care about what you feel? Or
You don't have to care. You don't have to care. But that's not to say that my feelings don't denote right or wrong. Like, I feel this way because it's wrong.
I mean, yeah.
Like, my feelings
Now-
don't make it wrong. It
Yeah.
was wrong before I felt anything.
But now this is also American culture. It's you make enough money to wipe your ass with $100 bills, and then you wipe your ass with $100 bills.
It's fuck you money.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I seen, shouts out Lupe. I seen a picture of Lupe holding a mug with a bunch of money in it, drinking it and shit. It's saying, the mug say, what's the use of having fuck you money if you never say fuck you?
This is a true fact.
You know? Like, once you get yourself, you want to do something. You have a dream, and you make it reality.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Now, some people's dreams are real sick and twisted, but they have enough money and resources to make that a reality. So, at that point, it's fuck your feelings.
Mm-hmm.
I made this happen. This is what I wanted to do, and I made it happen.
And once again, I don't have nothing wrong with that. But I also have the right to say you's a bitch for doing it.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't like it. I felt uncomfortable.
That's
watching
some whole ass shit in the plainest form.
it. See, now, I'm a fan of Chris Brown. You know?
I think we all are.
So when I heard Chris Brown going crazy, like, oh shit, hold on, I got his baby. Ooh, like he's just going in like Chris Brown is rapping, singing about Chris Brown from a third person point of view.
I think that was the point, though.
You know?
For you to be like, oh, it's Chris Brown, though.
Yeah. You know, like Chris Brown, Chris Brown is more clout than your black wife.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I ain't the Supreme Court on this, but you know, I feel like
Man, look, hold on, wait. I'm gonna stop you right there. Fuck that. This is our platform. This is the Faculty Lounge podcast. We are judge, jury, and motherfucking executioner. So speak on that shit, and that's law as long as you sitting at this table.
I think what Chris Brown and Lil Dicky did artistically is okay. I don't think having your black wife say nigga for you just because you're a white guy who really wants to say nigga and your whole career is based on you being the white guy who really
In the
wants
room,
to say
right,
nigga.
in the room full of
You know what I'm
niggas.
saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, does he get off on that at night? You know, like, oh, I can tell her to say it to you.
Look at it like this. He wouldn't have rolled up when he was hosting Comic View and did that shit.
Nah.
Fuck no.
Nah. See, he's been out of the picture for a little while, and he's trying to get himself back in the picture, but he's also looking for those white fans.
See, and it's a very effective way because you got this whole entitlement movement of well, you guys say it to each other. How come I can't say it?
You see? But now,
Cause bitch, you can't. That's why.
white people, I'm gonna say it. White people communicate better through fear. You know, like you got a movie like Black Panther come out, and it's love. Everybody see motherfuckers walking through the street, Wakanda forever. You know what I'm saying? Just loving
yeah.
each other.
Hell
And it's
yeah.
all love. And Pharrell came out and he was like, happy.
Hey, when Pharrell come out, it's love going on.
Yeah, you know.
You don't see Pharrell unless it's love.
Yeah, you know, just happy. And black people came together, right?
I think you made a fact, my nigga.
But then you got Donald Trump wins the presidency, and white people go crazy. Everybody's like, "Oh no, what's going on here? What's gonna happen?" White people, let's unite.
Yeah, start stockpiling fucking hummus and shit. Yeah.
You know, like, so they communicate better through fear. So if it's like, ooh, he's crossing that line, he's going into that place where, that word, ooh, that's the controversy. All right, what's he doing? Is he gonna do it? Well, if he do it, I'm gonna get in the car. Ooh. You know, like, so he's riling them up, and now you got motherfuckers in, you know, North Dakota and Oklahoma, Alabama. You know, with the Confederate flags.
See, and that's it.
Googling Gary Owens.
And that's fucked up
know?
because that motherfucker in North Dakota ain't gonna ask no black person to say shit for him.
Yeah.
He gonna say that shit to your face and be ready for whatever to come with it. Now, this what we got now. This is a retardation of racial insensitivity.
Yeah.
Like, man, that's insensitive as fuck.
Right now is you know, I don't know. I'm from the West Side, born and raised.
Both from the West
North
Side.
Side, you know.
K-Town bound.
Like, you know, Wrigleyville, fucking Humboldt Park. So I knew those white people, you know. But now, as a driver, I get a different view of the other white people, the ones from Bronzeville and over there, Sox white people. You know?
Oh, man.
And
Man,
it's
look.
scary.
Yeah, it is.
And they are Trump
Yeah.
supporters.
Yeah. Them people
And
over
they
there.
get in the car and it's all like, "What's up, cuz? What's up, dog? Yo, you got an extra square?"
See, look, I don't think
And
you
I'm
I don't
just
think
sitting
you
there like,
remember in the early 90s when that boy it was a what they call it? They called it a hate crime. When they beat that boy outside of formerly Comiskey Park.
I feel like I remember something about that.
Yeah, they beat him so bad, gave him like brain damage or some shit. I can't exactly remember. But this was in the
feel like I
90s when we
remember
was
that.
kids. Yeah, and I was scared to go to my auntie used to take me to Sox games. I was scared to go to Sox games after that.
Man, this has always been, you know, it's always been around, you know?
Yeah.
Like, sports, you see it growing up, you know, like you got the really good black athletes, student athletes, and you got the really good white student athletes, and that shit gets racial. And even in between sports, you got like the basketball players versus the football players versus the baseball players, and it's all, you know.
And look at these motherfuckers trying to bring Johnny Manziel back. That's the biggest shit right there.
That's crazy.
Right, like
man.
what the fuck,
Like,
man?
motherfucker, whatchamacallit? Did you see when Diddy was trying to buy the Panthers
Yeah.
to put Colin Kaepernick on?
Yeah.
They put him on TV talking about some. Is he high right? Does he have a do-rag on? Is he trying to buy the Panthers with a do-rag on?
And that's that
He
bullshit.
looks
Yeah,
high right now.
Yeah.
Isn't he a rapper?
See, and it's like,
what?
and it's like you can't say it's black people's fault because we could play with our shit as much as we want. That don't give you no right to nothing we do.
Yeah.
Like, man, because it's funny, that don't mean you could do it.
Yeah, it wasn't. But it wasn't even funny.
Yeah,
It was like
exactly.
It was like he had his Trump finger on the fucking nuke button. Like, so your wife is a nuke button, huh?
Look, this is angering me.
Yes.
I'm laughing, but I'm getting upset.
Uh,
I don't want to be upset. You know what I want to do? I want to talk about steroids. Can we talk about
Steroids.
steroids for a second? Yes.
Only thing I know about steroids right now is Frank Thomas.
Hey, now it's great that you point that out because most people, when they hear about steroids, they hear about fucking Frank Thomas, Sammy Sosa, Mark McGuire.
No, Sammy Sosa wasn't steroids. Sammy Sosa was corking a bat.
That nigga was juicing too, man.
Yeah,
And Barry Bonds.
juicing.
Those was the people. He was off the wet stuff. All right, so the reason why I wanted to bring up steroids is because that was good that you brought up Frank Thomas and we get all the baseball players, right? So you got Mark McGuire,
I was just talking about the dick pill commercials.
the dick pill commercial.
That's what I was talking about.
All right.
Free
I'm
testosterone.
not talking about no fucking dick pills. Look, I'm talking about 62 home runs, the race for the record, Sammy Sosa, Mark McGuire,
Yeah.
arguably the greatest baseball player of all time, Barry Bonds. We talking about traboloni sandwiches. We talking about shooting that shit in their ass. Pause. We talking about getting beefy and ripping homers. 400,
Getting beefy and ripping homers.
400 feet
Damn.
out the park. Goddamn.
That's
Off the shits.
That's clout.
Right. That's
Getting
clout.
Beefy and ripping homers.
Ripping homers. So look. All right. This is what I'm trying to say. That was the
What are you
best.
trying to say?
That was the best time in baseball.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not. I'm-
Now, can we really say that was the best time in baseball?
fuck yeah.
What about Jackie Robinson? What about
For
Jackie
me.
Robinson? Yeah. See, and that's the thing for me.
All right.
Because the 90s was the best time in basketball.
True.
Like from the Supersonics
Mhm.
to, I'm going to say, the Shaq and Kobe Lakers.
Hold on. Wait. Let's stop. Because I'm going somewhere with this steroid thing. All right. So look.
I don't know about steroids. I
No.
don't-
I just want to bring something up. Let me get to where I'm going. All right. So, bam. Arguably for us, that was the best time in baseball. We watching this home run race. Like, we wasn't no baseball fans, but everybody was watching Sammy Sosa to see how many homers he was gonna
Yeah,
hit.
it
Right?
was Chicago versus St. Louis, right?
Yeah,
Mark
was it
McGuire
was
was
it
St.
St. Louis?
Louis?
Yeah, it was St.
Yeah.
Louis. Right. It was a rivalry within a rivalry, right? So it was great. I bring up the steroid thing and how good it made baseball at the time because I don't know if you know it or not because you don't know much about boxing or steroids, but Canelo Alvarez just got disqualified from the
He
rematch
got a
with
year
Triple
off,
G.
right?
Yeah, he got a year off. Now, pending drug tests over the next couple months or whatever, it might be cut to 6 months, right?
Yeah.
But should athletes be penalized for using PEDs? Because here's the thing, with PEDs,
Fighters, yes.
mhm,
Not sports players.
what about football players?
Yeah, because they're fighters. That counts as fighting.
So I'll bring it to this. Some steroids are used to speed up muscle recovery and healing injuries.
Now, if you're using them on your off season, yeah, that's cool.
So I get hurt, tear something, break something. It's 6 to 8 weeks to bring me back, but the steroids can cut it to 4 weeks.
Yeah, as long as you're not on the field.
Uh-huh.
Like, you can use the steroids, get better, and then take another 2 weeks off to let the steroids get out your body,
Mhm.
and then you come back to play.
Okay.
But not for like shit that's gonna alter you physically. No, if you're like a football player, a boxer, lacrosse, like shit that you running into people, bam, like
Mhm.
concussion, anything that can cause an abnormal,
Amount of force.
yeah.
What about LeBron James when he's choo-choo training to the lane?
He does. That's ballet. That's him. He does that. That's not basketball. Like, I was watching basketball the other day.
Mhm.
I was watching fucking the '96 Bulls highlights,
Mhm.
and stuff they were doing in basketball in the '90s, they just don't do in basketball no more.
No.
It was more about the team back in the day. Now it's more about personal athletic ability. Like,
Big
what
three.
can this?
Yeah.
What can these players do right here? You know, and it's more about the offensive players playing the victim. You know, like, oh, foul. Oh, he hacked me. Oh,
see.
look, he's doing that right there. You know what I'm saying? All the time, you walking the ball 5 steps. And you got the refs looking at him.
I
You ain't
saw
even put the
that.
ball
I
on the
saw a
ground yet.
video of LeBron traveling, and they cut the camera when he started to travel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And they let him do it. Yo, there's minutes of footage of LeBron James.
So look, I'm not.
Walking
I ain't
the
gonna
ball.
lie. I'm not gonna lie, right? When I want to go to a sporting event like basketball or something like that, or football, I want to see nonstop Hail Mary passes, half court 3-pointers, 360 dunks that'll make your head pop off.
Or past the rim layups.
Yes.
Like you take the ball past the rim and then lay it up backwards.
That's what I want to see, right? And
Yeah.
if steroids helps my sports,
Well, yeah, that's basketball. Basketball is cool. Baseball is cool.
so
Because baseball, you're not running into people. I mean, you are technically at the bases, but you're not really like hitting people.
So let's say they start allowing, to a certain degree, performance-enhancing drugs in basketball, right?
Mhm.
How does that affect our GOAT conversations that we have?
I mean, if they allow it,
Like, how do
And
you
it's-
talk about Michael Jordan and LeBron James and Kobe Bryant if they start allowing the players to take steroids openly?
there's still, I mean, their numbers count.
No, but I mean, can you say a player is better than the greats if they are using performance enhancement drugs?
Well, I mean, look at Barry Bonds. I was in the car driving the other day. I was telling somebody about Barry Bonds, and they were like, Barry Bonds is one of the greatest.
Yeah,
And they
you
were
still
like-
got to have skill.
And they were like, with an asterisk.
Nah,
So-
fuck that. Ain't no asterisk
so-
on Barry Bonds, man.
So it's the same conversation as now. Like if they know that if the person you're having a conversation with knows that the person's on steroids,
Mhm.
they're gonna say, oh, but they were on steroids. That's all it adds to the conversation.
Hmm.
Mm.
Well, I'm saying more.
Because-
I'm saying more of a as a legacy thing for the future. Like if it come out now that LeBron was on PEDs for a majority of his career, where does our GOAT conversation go? Like as far as measuring up to Jordan and Kobe. Like is that just null and void now?
I mean, nah, I mean, because it's like going to jail and coming back and still doing the same job you were doing before you went to jail. Shouts out to Chicago White Sox.
What?
You ain't hear about that?
Nah.
Dude went to jail for 20 years for a rape he didn't commit. When he got a good lawyer, got him out, he was the groundskeeper at Comiskey. Whatchamacallit, White Sox heard he was getting out of jail, gave him his whole job back, 20 years in his 401k. Like he
What?
never left.
Wow.
The Chicago White Sox.
See
did
now
that.
that's gratitude right there.
Yeah.
Man. Hell yeah. The Sox deserve a point.
Yeah, man.
Oh, man.
Oh, we ain't got no.
Oh, we ain't got no markers.
Ollie raised a negative point.
Right, we're gonna erase a point. 1 point, one, yeah.
We'll take away a point
Sox
that
get a
wasn't
point.
there.
So, you know what else I was thinking about, right? The other day, I was sitting in my office, right?
Mhm.
Now, now I started reading not too long ago. Cause I'm like, shit, all I do is look at my fucking phone. So I'm gonna start reading books. So I bought a book. Right? So I'm in my office reading this book. Good ass book, by the way. Reading the book.
Just you're not gonna put the title out there.
All right, I was reading.
You don't have to put the title out there.
I mean, I didn't know if I should, if I should, but I can.
Oh, well, first, let's see where it goes.
All right.
It deserves.
No, it ain't going nowhere weird. You know what I'm saying? It's just that I didn't know if that's what we were doing. You know what I'm saying? Nah, but I was reading Charlemagne's book, Black Privilege.
All right.
Black Privilege, damn good read, man. I'm like 3/4 of the way through. I should be finished with it sometime this week. When I get a chance to sit down and really do some reading, I'm gonna finish it up. But anyway, I'm sitting there reading Charlemagne's book, and it's funny because I'm reading the book and I'm listening to the Brilliant Idiots podcast, right? I listen to their podcast
How do
every
you
week.
do that? I've never been able to do that.
That's the point that I'm trying to make. Let me get there.
Alright.
All right, so reading the book,
I gotta
listening
say
to the
it,
podcast.
I gotta say it. How do you've done this to me before? Like you've been on the phone with me, texting somebody else, and having a conversation with the person standing in front of you, all at the same time.
I think this is the next stage in human evolution. Brain multifunction, right? Because effortlessly, I'm reading this book and retaining the information, hearing the podcast, retaining the information at the same time. Like it was effortless, right? And then I was thinking about like I was driving. And you know, you can drive and look over at the car. Like now when you drive, you look at the car next to you. Everybody is like this.
Yeah,
Everybody got
man.
their head down.
It's scary, man.
But what if that's the next phase of evolution, man? Our brain is multifunctional. So it's like we don't even need our eyes because our brain is already performing the task.
See, now that comes with being connected. And we're not connected anymore. We're all disconnected. Like you got gel bottom, icy bottoms, you know what I'm saying? You got shoes, you got concrete, you got cars, you got buildings. Like there's nothing connecting me to you right now. Like we're inside of this building that's just like standing up in the middle of the land. Like the land is what connects us to each other, you know? But we're not, people don't even take the socks off at the park and walk around in the grass. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like your body gains knowledge from every
I was
angle,
thinking
you
about
know?
that shit. Like, nigga, you literally have to go somewhere to be able to take your shoes off and connect with the earth.
Yeah. Like, we have to connect. Like, we're so far disconnected from each other, but yet people keep talking about how connected we are and how woke we are. Nah, motherfuckers ain't walking around with they feet in the ground on some Erykah Badu shit. They're like really getting connected to the earth. You know what I'm saying? Like really out here living as a part of the planet as opposed to living as an individual, end all be all of your existence.
But
Like,
you got to think, man, you talking about like spirit and soul type shit.
that's all it is.
I'm talking strictly about group mind.
Look,
So look, this is what I mean, right?
human consciousness.
The human consciousness. All of us are walking around with cell phones, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody is looking at what's trending.
Mm-hmm.
So all of us are thinking about the same thing at the same time.
Yeah.
It's some kind of connection going on with that.
Yeah.
So when I'm talking to you on the phone and I'm reading this and I'm listening to this and I'm talking to you, I'm only doing that because I'm going off of my connected brain frequency.
Yeah, these are the ideas that are floating around. No idea belongs to any one human being.
Mm-hmm.
So the ideas, you and me talking on the phone are amplifying the same idea in my part of town where I'm at and the part of town where you're at. So somebody 2 buildings over might have the same idea that you're talking to me about. Somebody 2 buildings over from me might have the same idea. And they might be talking to somebody in New Mexico. And that person now, 2 buildings away from them, somebody else is thinking of the same idea. It's all because we're amplifying the same ideas because it's all part of the human consciousness. Like we're all in it together, you know? But there's this myth that we're all separate but equal. We're not separate but equal. It's all the same shit. Every idea, every thought is all everybody's. It belongs to everybody.
These hoes ain't loyal?
No, you are a part of the same thing that they're part of. You can't say the crust is different from the whipped cream, is different from the cream cheese. It's all a piece of cheese. It's a whole cheese.
Oh, I get it. It's like the God theory, right? So everything in the universe is made out of the same things that I'm made of.
Yeah.
Right.
But we're able to tap into each other's frequency because we are Earth, human. You know what I'm saying? and that's our frequency.
Right.
So it's a Earth frequency, and it's and smaller than that, our category is human. Like dogs can walk up to each other and communicate. Monkeys, birds, anybody, you know what I'm saying? They communicate with their own because they're open to that frequency.
See, I was watching a documentary about that shit, right? And it was saying like, no, it wasn't a documentary. I was watching another podcast. I was watching Joe Rogan, and I forget who he had on, but they were talking about the elephants that paint pictures of elephants, right? So they were talking about intelligence. And the raw part was, it's like, we can't even say what's intelligent and what ain't because there's so much context for intelligence that we can't understand. Like, we don't know what intelligence is.
You see, I feel like, and that's where the disconnect comes from.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's because we're all trying to figure out stuff that doesn't need to be put into words.
That's strong right there. That's
Like,
strong.
Like we're out here, each individual is trying to vocalize visions. Like, oh man, I see. Like, I don't know. This year, I saw the first day of spring look different than the last day of winter. You know, like I went outside, same time that I did the day before, but it just looked like the shadows were in a different place. You know, like if I didn't know, if I hadn't watched it on the news, that it was the first day of spring, I probably would have just been like, man, something's different about today. I would have seen it anyway, you know?
It's that
I would have noticed it.
It's you being one with the earth.
Yeah. because
you think that's what jail is?
Yeah, I mean, look, there's it's concrete, metal, you know what I'm saying? You don't get grass, right?
Right.
Yeah. Except for the guys that like get special privileges to go out there and cut the grass and shit.
Right. I forget what prison it is. I think it's a prison in Arizona or some shit. They started a gardening program.
Yeah, but it's so you're disconnected from the outside world. You have no way of reaching them except for the air.
And that's a punishment though, right? So you
That's
think
the real
about that.
punishment.
You think about that in context to how society is now, when you got this whole generation of people that don't go outside.
Yeah.
That don't take their shoes off.
You're already in jail.
Wow. Super facts.
You don't even have to do anything wrong. You just have to believe.
Holy fuck.
That's fucked up.
I got
You don't even have to do anything wrong to be in jail.
God.
You just have to believe that you're in jail.
It's like
you're
fucking Stockholm syndrome, right? You
Wow.
falling in love with your captor.
Was people I don't know, one of the things that I'm scared of is when people I don't know how to say it. One of the things I fear, I don't fear it. It's one of the things that I've noticed is that people only work to pay the bills. Like there's no plans of fuck it, I'm gonna rent a car and drive to St. Louis. Or I'm gonna look up some $30 tickets and fly to New Mexico just to see New Mexico.
That's the whole purpose of the journey, though. I'm at all times trying to figure out what I can do to take me away from this and put me somewhere else.
And you know, people are just like, well, why do that when I got unlimited internet on my Sprint contract? I can just look at New Mexico on my phone.
Yeah.
And I can sit here and eat these chocolate chip cookies that I heated up in the microwave. And I can sit on this couch and not do any cardio. And I can just look at New Mexico. I don't have to go breathe the air or listen to what the earth is telling me out there. I can just look at a picture of it right
That's
here.
scary, man.
You know?
I'm scared.
You know? And the disconnect, you know? And it's crazy how much money goes into making the disconnect more comfortable. Because you can get
more tolerable, right?
Well, no, now it's tolerable. Now you're born into it. You know what I'm saying? Now we're making it more comfortable.
It's like the fucking Matrix.
Because you figure the first refrigerator didn't come out until what, the 1870s? So before the 1870s, motherfuckers wasn't drinking lemonade and iced tea down in the south. I mean, well, they were, but it was hot as fuck, you know. So you get them northern natural ice cubes. You know what I'm saying, in your iced tea, it changes everything. Now you got ice cream. You got non
Non-perishable.
non-local perishable foods.
Right.
Now you
right. So
now
you can
got
get the
tomatoes
fucking
and carrots and shit.
Yeah, you can get
in big
pomegranates
cities.
and all that
yeah,
shit.
because you can preserve them now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like that. So now we don't have to be one with the land. We don't even have to. Now we don't have to kill anything to eat.
Nope.
You want meat?
You don't even have
Go
to.
to the store.
You don't even have to stand up.
Yeah, you don't even have. Yeah, you don't even have to stand up or leave your home. Well, you gotta stand up, open the door.
Right, you
for
gotta
coupon
open the
people.
door.
But if they go to Mariano's for you in Chicago, you can get an alligator tail brought to your door in Chicago, Illinois.
You ain't never
Right.
seen a goddamn
Ain't no
alligator.
alligator indigenous to these lands, period.
Wow.
Alligator came from 3,000 miles away to be brought to your door.
That's crazy, yo.
Now, this is how comfortable it is to just be by yourself
Mhm.
and not even go outside. You seen the new AT&T commercial
No.
with the guy that's like sitting at his computer and he orders lunch with a 30% off coupon but a $10 off, and he ends up getting free lunch brought to his house, right? So he goes to the door, opens the door for lunch, and he sends out the emails, and he's working from his kitchen counter. It's all just trying to get you to buy AT&T internet, you know? But the whole basis of the commercial is sit here. Don't go out. Make the money on your computer, and then have them bring you food to the door and bring you coffee to the door, and sit here and keep sitting here. And when it gets dark outside, turn the lights on. Just sit here. Don't move.
It's, all right, so my fucking mind is blown. Because I've thought about this, but not in such great detail and such context, right? So I think the question is, why?
Either it's some big conspiracy theory and the
Ah,
aliens are
shit,
coming
son.
to get us,
Uh-huh.
or we just don't have the knowledge. We think we're going in the right direction, but we're actually really far off. Like human evolution.
So is it de-evolution?
It's not de-evolution. It's just going off in the wrong direction. We're evolving in the wrong direction. But that's not de-evolution. We're not evolving backwards. We're just evolving into something different. Like we've lost track of the path. I sound like a like a religious person right now, but we've lost track of how it was supposed to go.
You sound like an Abilify commercial. You've lost touch.
Like, I feel like we're just on the wrong track.
Mhm.
Like we got rid of all the history that was supposed to help us.
Mhm.
You know, now it's money. I mean, that's what it is. It's all money. But this is the dilemma that we're in.
Mhm.
None of this is possible without money. You and me wouldn't be sitting here on our day off with the microphone and the camera and the laptop, M-Box, and all this stuff. We wouldn't have any of this if it wasn't for money.
Wouldn't be where we are physically
Yeah.
if it wasn't for some money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? But we all know that we need to stop, we need to stop the money. I don't know how to say it. Like
it's
money
a-
needs to stop.
It's a fucked up cycle.
Like we need to get back in touch with the earth. We
Uh-huh.
need to plant our own food and raise our own cattle and teach our kids how to do that.
I'm working on it. I'm working on
Like,
it.
because we're teaching each other how to push these buttons and these buttons and these buttons and these machines and these robots and these buttons. Until one day we're gonna forget how to do it.
Uh-huh.
Now, what happens when we forget how to do it?
Yeah,
There's
I was
gonna
thinking
be
like,
nobody
man,
to do it for
I was
us.
thinking, right? Like everybody in the generation before me, all of these men know how to put up some drywall. I don't know shit about
You
drywall,
don't know how
man.
to put up no drywall?
Hell no, I don't know how to put up no drywall.
I'll put
All
up
I
a
know
couple
how to do
drywall.
is carry it. I don't know
That's a
nothing about no
bitch.
drywall.
Putting up drywall is a bitch.
Yeah,
Ceiling,
but-
especially doing the ceiling.
But they just, you get them a pack of squares and some beer. They're gonna hold up and put that goddamn drywall up. Yeah, just like that.
Yeah.
All right,
And
so
now it's people 10 years younger than us who really don't know how to change a tire.
I'm off of this, man.
All right.
What's the conclusion?
Ah, man.
Because I got something else I wanted to get to.
What did I want to say? I wanted to say something last time. Well, the conclusion on this is just we need to be more connected. It's springtime now. People are going to be back outside.
Cut the fucking phones off, except for when you're watching this podcast. Go to the beach and listen to this podcast. Ride your bike while listening to this podcast. Let's get back in touch with nature in this podcast.
Talk to strangers
about the podcast.
Just get out there and just go to strange places. Do something that scares the shit out of you.
Have a conversation that you never had before.
That's really what it's about.
Go see a place. Let a place see you.
Yeah. Send your vibrations out from different locations.
Preach. Church. Tabernacle.
Keep stealing shit. Shout out Snoop Dogg. I seen Duty.
This is what I was thinking about. I've been thinking about this since he premiered the video, right? Now we talking about G Herbo, Chicago's own. Shouts out to G Herbo and the whole No Limit movement, man. Love you guys. Keep doing your thing, man. Putting on for the city like you supposed to.
Yeah, that's do-rag. What is that? That's like a money do-rag or something.
Look like a money do-rag.
How does he got that on? He had that on with an off-white brand Jay Leno shirt.
And that's Virgil, right? That's Virgil Abloh with off-white, right?
Shouts out to him.
Yeah, he just got that look for
Louis.
Yeah.
He is the Louis Vuitton.
That's a good look, man. Virgil Abloh,
he came up with all of them. He came up with Vic and all them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Mike Hunnits and all them.
Shout out to the Fat Tigers.
Yep.
Good work.
Yeah.
So anyway, here's what I'm getting to, right? So, bam, G Herbo, Who Run It freestyle. Going ham. Love it, right? I watched that shit like...
I haven't heard the freestyle.
You didn't watch the freestyle?
No, I know it's the same thing as the song, but...
It's not. It kind of is, but it's the visual that made the freestyle so raw because it just looks so effortless. I'm going to show you real quick. But I listened to that freestyle, watched that video like 10 times, man. I love it. So everybody was waiting. Everybody was waiting on him to turn it into a real song, turn it into a real video, right? So he did it. And I watched it. And, you know, when I watch videos like this or some shit that's anticipated, I go into the comments while I'm watching it, right? And the comments got me thinking, right? So I'm gonna play the freestyle for you, and then we can get back into this.
Hey, G Herbo.
Forgot what I was gonna say, man.
You already know. I'm around with you, though.
Gang shit, hold on.
Let's go.
It's a real nigga alert. Nigga slip and get murked.
Yeah.
We brought this shit from the dirt. Put in all the work. I don't wanna lose my guys no more. I like Javante shirts. Every time I close my eyes, I know I see demons. I ain't even off the perks. Way we grew up, really, we was just trying to see who was going.
Young nigga go hard,
We
man.
ain't talk for no officers. Who go off first? One nigga tried to defy on me, and when the man when I was going off first. I don't want to cross them lines when they got that sack fuck around there and bought the bird. I don't want to cross them lines when they got that sack fuck around there and bought the bird. Took everything that come with this shit, bounce back, ain't none of my losses hurt. I don't want to got that sack when they got that sack, get all my niggas back, split 500 rats. Bomb my niggas out with 500 rats. So they got shit can't come home for that. Hold on. So can't be alone like that. If we slip, get them gone like that. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. Not taking me home with that. See me shit right from
You know what I'm saying? It's good shit. You watching the vibe. Let's get to the Who Run It part.
Yeah. Hold on. I get to going too fast. Tired of shit, man.
All right, there we go.
It was coming on air.
Yeah, I fucked it up.
I've always had that problem of jumping off the boat.
Not us. And the answer to the
George Carrera or something. Fuck twins like Tia Tamara or something. That boy getting bread Panera or something. Landing the GT Lair or something. Put Fosto in the air or something. Marry her, she having affairs, I'ma spend that whole like fairs, Born in the shot like Gabe, but to do crime like Bum J, I ain't scared of none. Passport stamp, young nigga ran up that sack, might as well go to Paris, Whipping got whack, you embarrassed, Pussy, you act like you scared of something. I wanna shoot up the terrace. Then they gon' realize
You know what I'm saying? You see homie doing the move with him.
Yeah.
You feel me? Now watching this and hearing the freestyle, it's like, God damn, this nigga's going hard as fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, all right. You see that. See the freestyle. Freestyle's great, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm reading the comments while I'm watching the video, and it seemed like a bunch of people, I don't know if their expectations was set too high for the real song, but it's like, I seen a lot of people with the exact opposite reaction to the song that they had to the freestyle. And I'm like, why is that? And what I seen is a lot of comments was like, all right, he off beat. He was off beat. He was really off beat. You know, Silk the Shocker was off beat. Mystical got off beat from time to time.
Nah, Mystical was not.
He was in the pocket, but he had some off beat moments, man.
Nah, man.
He wasn't off beat like Silk, but he had
He not
off beat
finna
moments.
whatchamacallit. Nah,
All right.
nah.
So
Because Pharrell ain't gonna let you do that.
what?
Yeah, nah. Think about. Yeah, nah.
All right. So Silk the Shocker has sold records. Silk the Shocker has fans. Silk the Shocker makes music. Silk the Shocker has songs I enjoy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we get to this G Herbo song everybody talk about. He offbeat. Did that make it bad?
This song, yes. Because the freestyle was what people wanted.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Now, all of his other music that's on, not all of his music is offbeat, but most of the stuff you hear on the radio is, you know, a little offbeat. And it's like, why did he do it like that? You know? But this song, people were expecting this.
The freestyle.
Yeah. And they didn't get this.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's like, man, I'm trying to think of that one Chance the Rapper song. The one with Jeremiah and R. Kelly and the choir and all that shit. It wasn't Angel. Was it Angels? No, it wasn't Angels.
I don't know.
Them two songs came out at the same time.
Uh-huh.
But I seen them perform it on stage. And it was like, wow, the band's going crazy. Chance is going crazy. Then the song came out and I'm like, why'd he do that like that?
Right.
Like, that shouldn't have been done like that. It should have had the same energy that I was expecting when I saw him perform it on stage.
Mm-hmm.
You know? It just wasn't as good as my imagination.
See, now that's what I got a problem with, right? The more I get in touch with my artsy fartsy side, the more I get to thinking. When I hear people say bad and good, it's like, do we got the right to say that?
That's art.
I mean, it's subjective, so it should be both bad and good, right?
I mean,
but at what point does it become art and not bad or good? Or does it?
Art is going to either be bad or good.
As it should be.
Yeah.
Right?
It can't not be bad or good.
So
if it's a thing, it's either going to be bad or good. And that's only based on your opinion.
Mm-hmm.
You could think something's great, and I might think it's the worst thing in the world, based on my opinion and my life experience.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So it's not about a piece of art being bad or good. It's about finding your fan base. You know? Like, I didn't know what a pair of G Fazos were. I didn't know any G Herbo music until I was driving past Barney's the other day and I seen him walking out. And he had on a pair of white Air Force Ones. And you know what I'm saying, I did my research and I went back and listened to some songs. I listened to the Humble Beast album. I listened to a couple mixtapes from before that. And I was like, oh, all right. So he's solid. He's been in the game for a minute and he's doing his thing, you know? Like, cool. I saw a famous person, you know? But before that, I didn't know who he was, you know? But all this talk about him made me go out there and find him. I'm not gonna say I'm a fan. I'm not gonna say I'm a, you know, make sure I get tickets to the next show, you know, but I know of him, you know, I know what he does.
and I am a fan. I am a fan. I'm a fan of G Herbo back when he was going by Lil Herb.
Yeah.
Right? I was a fan from back then because it's like when that whole drill movement came in, and it's like, see, and that's another thing I like, that we got artists now that came through in that drill era that are trying to distinguish themselves from being drill artists. And it's a group of artists that I seen from the beginning that I just like genuinely, not because they from Chicago, not because they make this style of music, but because the art was art to the definition. Like, man, this is artistry. They are producing art. Like, they not.
I'm putting this out
Right.
because I made this.
Right, exactly. And that's
Not
what I
because
seen.
I want you to like it. I just put it out because I made it.
That's what I seen in Herbo, right?
Mhm.
So when I see the freestyling, it's like, God damn. Like, God damn. Oh boy, this is great. I love this. This is what I want to see from an artist that I really care about their music, right? And then when I hear the song and I hear the discrepancies in the freestyle in the song, it makes me wonder.
Did he put his little razzle dazzle on it?
Exactly. Is that razzle dazzle, or is that just like, man, am I high recording, or do I
that's
not care
razzle
enough?
dazzle.
Or
That's razzle dazzle because he knows he's known for rapping off beat.
mm-hmm.
So he had to sprinkle it on there.
Right.
You know, like the freestyle was just like, I'm freestyling. You know what I'm saying? You know, when you freestyle, you sound great. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because it's a flow.
It's
You're just
natural.
going off
You're
that
just
vibe. Yeah.
doing it. But when you have to make a piece of art, now at what point?
So is that to
art?
distinguish
Now-
the art?
Now, would you call this art? I don't know if I would call this song art.
It is
Because
art.
at this point, the freestyle was definitely art. But this song, at this point, was expected. The song wasn't made yet, but it had to come out. So, was it him doing it? Was it the fans doing it? Or was it a
His
required...
team telling him that this is the move. Make this into a
like,
song.
Was this a required record label work?
Like, is this gonna push you to the next level
You know what
once
I'm
you do
saying?
this?
Yeah, so if it was him doing it himself, you know, then he sprinkled it on there for the art. But I feel like this was a team of people pushing him to make that freestyle into a G Herbo song. And what does a G Herbo song that makes the charts, that hits those levels
What do
do?
it sound like?
It sounds like what the song sounded like.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Being offbeat. And I guess that's what gives it the unique character, which makes it G Herbo.
Yeah. Makes it a G Herbo song as
Right.
opposed to just G Herbo freestyle or just G Herbo rapping.
Well, either way, man, I'm happy, man. Guys out here more visible than ever.
Yeah.
Feeding his family, feeding the guys, man. It's definitely a good look. I just wanted to have that conversation because it was on my mind. It's like, all right, when people have these opinions about something that comes out in anticipation, like, how do we take that? Like, as an artist, you know, you got to keep your blinders on. You know, you're not paying attention to what, you know, but at the same time, it's
But
things
you are.
being said.
You're not paying attention to every comment, but you are paying somebody to pay attention to every comment. So you're getting the vibes. You're getting the main idea of what you need to keep going.
Right.
You know, like
Right.
so they might say, "Oh man, I like his flow, the way he does it like this." Ooh.
You know what? It's kind of like Jeezy with the ad libs.
What?
Like, all right, so
Those ad libs way before Jeezy. There's been crazy ad libs.
no. I'm talking about Young Jeezy and Young Jeezy's ad libs. Like, when you watch the Jeezy documentary, Jeezy said it himself. Like, man, shit, I couldn't really rap as well and articulate as well. So it's like I use my ad libs. My ad libs was like, I'm paraphrasing here. This ain't exactly what he said, but what I got from it is like, man, the ad libs were carrying the songs. So it's like,
Yeah.
when the ad libs is carrying the songs and when people listen to this song, it's not my doing that people know me for my ad libs. I didn't do that, but that's
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah.
So now when I do songs, I'm going to make an effort to appeal to the people that got me to where I am by using my ad libs in the song.
Yeah. It's because you have to, if you want to be a millionaire, you have to find 10,000 people to give you $10.
That just summed it up in such a neat little package.
You
Shit, I'm gonna get Lil Rob Newman. Sawbuck, Joe. Yeah.
if 10,000 people say, I want you to make a song with this in it, put these ad libs, rap off beat right here, and I will give you $10. Of course you're gonna do that. 10,000 people are gonna show up in one place.
I would.
To give you $10.
Can't lie.
You know?
Yeah.
You're a millionaire.
True.
Now imagine if you could do this once a week for 1 year. You got $52 million. You got enough to buy a little ass house and an In-N-Out burger in LA. You got enough to buy you a little ass house and a McDonald's in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got enough to
propagate
go.
these little ass houses.
Yeah. You can turn that $52 million that you made in 1 year into a lifetime.
So in that context, it's not really such a big fucking deal. Yeah. It's just go and get it and do what you're gonna do with it.
Yeah.
And then you can care about all that other shit later.
Yeah. I think P.D. Pablo said it best.
I drink it and they paying me for it. Goddamn right. You want to wrap it on that note?
Yeah, I can't remember. It was something big that came out of something real small, but then it went smaller and got bigger.
Oh, Ross Alert. Boss Alert. Did you see Rick Ross's latest video, man?
Hey, motherfucker said they cloned him. They said he the newest clone. Him and Jeezy.
You know what? I'm going to take you to Checkers after this and get you a corn dog and a red slushie. All right?
I don't even know what that means.
Exactly. You don't know what it means because you're talking about Rick Ross being a clone, man. Stop it. Stop it, man. It's one rose, man. It's one rose, man. William Roberts. Huh?
No,
all right.
The latest video where he's skinny though, and his skin all clean, and
You don't see him in his latest video. You see a watch and some other jewelry, a big ring, and a bunch of race cars and go-karts.
So he was still shape-shifting while he was shooting the video.
You know what? I'm gonna go and get you a champ burger.
Did you see the T-Pain dancing in front of the whatchamacallit? In front of the two Rolls Royces?
Fuck yeah!
It was like when they say T-Pain fell off.
Yeah!
Like, he was going hard.
The pistol ain't never. Oh! Speaking of T-Pain, man, I just breaking news, everybody. I just enrolled in Wisconsin University.
Word.
I'm going for my bachelor's in mixology with a minor in mansion building.
Word. This is a real thing.
It's somewhere out in Wisconsin. I don't know. Nah, but I like what we see T-Pain doing. Like, did you see the Buy You a Drink shirt? Like, he merchandising all his lyrics now.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's like T-Pain is the great. Like, T-Pain and Rick Ross, man. I like and they both from Florida.
Yeah.
They the two greatest examples that I've seen as of late. Well, I ain't gonna say great. They my two favorite.
Of what? Examples of what?
Of self-promotion and marketing.
Yeah. I mean, you got people stirring up controversy.
Like you never see a cardboard cutout of Rick Ross inside of a fucking Wingstop, right?
Yeah.
But when you hear Wingstop, what's the first thing you think of?
Yeah.
Rick Ross, right?
Yeah.
T-Pain, when the last time you heard a T-Pain song like really rock on the radio?
It was that last one. Like a year ago, like a year and a half ago.
Exactly.
Yeah, one. That was.
And we remember T-Pain for having all the songs on the radio.
Yeah.
Right? But that don't stop T-Pain. T-Pain gonna put a single out. He gonna do his YouTube numbers. He gonna get his spins off. Then he gonna put out merch for a song he made 15 years ago and sell millions of shirts.
Yeah.
Like the Wisconsin thing is absolutely genius.
Yeah.
All right. At the age of 23, Sir Isaac Newton discovered the theory of gravity. At the age of 22, T-Pain rhymed mansion with Wisconsin. I seen somebody tweet that and I was like, wow, man. It's the power of the fucking internet, man. I love this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm impressed by how T-Pain is extending his longevity, man. You know, and I remember hearing like In Love with a Stripper and Akon Locked Up and thinking it was joke records.
Yeah.
These is like two of the most prominent people in the culture.
Yeah.
Like, man, from then to now,
Akon, shouts out to Akon.
man,
For
Akon
being Akon,
for
man.
Akoning it up all across the world.
All across Africa.
All
bringing-
across the world.
It's lit. Thanks to Akon.
Like, man, just put me in the car. No, put me on the plane with Akon and Pharrell and just let me sit there, listen to these niggas talk about nothing.
Man. Who would I? Let me see. Gotta be some crazy shit. Let me see. Put me on the boat with Killer Mike.
On the boat?
On a boat. Gotta be a yacht. Gotta be one of them $250 million yachts.
A Grand Kenosha.
You know, like put me on that boat with somebody like a Killer Mike and I can't remember his name. Light skinned dude from 125th Street in Harlem. Kaba Kamen. Man, I'm butchering the man's name. He's on unprescribed medication part 2. But yeah, something like that. Something like that. Something real. Somebody who's gonna articulate
Right.
like the way I feel about a lot of things. Killer Mike right quick before we leave.
Okay. What about Killer Mike?
He ain't say nothing wrong.
So you watched the 42-minute interview?
I watched the whole 42
the whole thing, and it's nothing.
No, I'm the other guy.
Okay.
I am the novice. I'm the lawyer who was talking to Killer Mike. I have no idea about guns. I've never shot a gun. I've held a BB gun. I've never shot a BB gun.
Now, let me
or a
stop
real
you
gun.
right there. The guy that was interviewing Killer Mike
Is a lawyer. And
Yeah,
he got
but
into guns.
he is also a big 2A advocate and an NRA spokesperson.
But he got into it after he got his law degree. He had never touched a
okay,
gun
Okay,
until later in life.
right.
You know, like I've never gone hunting or, like I don't know anything about guns.
Right.
But as far as Killer Mike telling his kids that if they march out of the school, they got to march out of his house.
Mm-hmm.
He has a documented past of being a proud gun owner, being an African American gun owner, and
Just activism in general.
yeah,
I mean,
like,
you can't question.
his guns in
Right.
his house.
Right.
Like, yeah, he's gonna stand up for guns. It's not about standing up against. You're not standing up against crazy little white boys to shoot up schools. You're standing up against the right to own a gun and have a gun in your house.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mhm.
and these kids are fighting for the right, or fighting to get rid of the right to defend themselves. Like, what if it does happen? What if their generation is the generation that starts the race war after they gave up all their guns,
Mhm.
but their parents still had guns, so they just went home and got the parents' guns?
See, and that's the thing that I think everybody is confusing. It's like he's not criticizing the kids for organizing and creating this thing on their own.
No,
It's like to the contrary. He's bigging them up for doing it.
yeah, he's just saying my family is a gun family.
My sister is a farmer.
Yeah. Who
Yeah,
hunts and uses guns, you know,
to survive.
My father is a police officer who was trained to
To
use
use a
guns,
firearm. Yeah.
You know? My daughter goes to a school where there was a school shooting, so I went down to her school and I bought her a gun and I trained her on how to use a gun.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
But you know, we live in a group mind age, man. So we see these sensationalist headlines and everybody looking at the same thing at the same time. So we get a lot of the same opinions.
And that's the thing. There's no unity. There's so much division, so much separation, so much disconnecting from one another. But when you talk about racism, you're talking about it from your group. You're not talking about it as a black person or a white person or a Latino or Asian. You're talking about it as a yuppie, or you're talking about it as a feminist, or you're talking about it as a hip hopper. You know, like, so you're talking about race, but it's not coming from a black perspective. It's coming from a perspective of, you know, who you are. You're like, you're not a black person. You're a rapper. You're a feminist. You're a comedian.
So you're talking about a issue like race from a niche group standpoint.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that needs to stop. Like, if it's
Because it's
about
dangerous.
race,
It's dangerous.
if we're talking about race, be your race when you're talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be the token black guy. Don't be the cool white guy with the black wife who gets her to say nigga for you. You know what I'm saying? Be the black person talking about race.
Mhm.
Be the white person talking about
Mhm.
race. You know what I'm saying? That's, if you're going to be a basketball player, then you're going to be a point guard talking about basketball. You're going to be a center talking about basketball. You know, you're not going to be a fucking feminist talking about where to set up for the 2-3 zone. You know, you're
Right,
gonna be
like-
a point guard. You're at the top. You're a center. You're in the middle.
You're not talking about the best shooting guard on the floor from the Republican perspective.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's, yeah,
Yeah.
man. Like, so disconnected, so separation. But I'm cool with you. I can talk to you about it like this because we're like this. We have this in common over here. No, you don't have shit in common.
Thank you.
If you're gonna be black in the race conversation, be black.
Be
in the
black
race
in the race
conversation.
conversation.
If you're gonna be a Ford driver in the American car conversation, be a Ford driver. You know, if you're gonna be a fucking Dunkin' Donuts head in a coffee conversation, be the Dunkin' Donuts head. You know, like, yeah, it's not cool. We're not cool. We're not having a good time. It's not all peaches.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. When did it stop being okay?
Man, PC, man. Fuck PC. My sister told me, this is the only thing that I learned from my sister's very expensive college education. You never say never, and you never say always. You know? But PC, I hate PC. I hate being politically correct.
Yeah, I hate
You don't-
safe spaces.
Yeah,
and
you don't
like-
need that shit. You need bullies. You need shit.
Because everybody got to walk through it.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Without shit, there's no life.
You can't appreciate sunshine without thunderstorms. April showers bring May flowers.
This year they might bring May snow. Shit.
They might bring May hippopotamus.
They ain't bringing no more May rhinoceros.
Man. No. That was just the white one. The black one's out here moving and grooving.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wakanda forever.
So what's up, man? You ready to rap, man?
Man, I'm gonna text you what I'm thinking about because I really don't know what the fuck I'm thinking
Well, just
about.
text me and we'll get it on the next episode.
Ah,
There's always next week.
yeah. All right, man. Faculty Lounge. Time to get back to our students.
Peace.